This tutorial we're going to be talking about a general overview of Darkroom's platform here. So I'm going to go over everything that I think you should know before starting an event. So I'm going to go through this process just like if I were to start an event, or I'm going to be preparing for an event. So first things first, I'm going to start up here. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to start right up here on these three little lines. I'm going to create a new event. So let's do that. And what I like to do is label these 2x6 or 4x6 event. I'll create two different event styles with the 2x6 and one with the 4x6. Other people like to do it where they create multiple events, and then this whole list right here on the left side is eventually going to get so long, full of a bunch of files that you need to go through, delete, and pretty much take up a lot of storage. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to show you how I do it, so that way you can learn to be more efficient as a photo booth owner while you're doing your events. So like I said, I'm going to label this 2x6 events. So anytime I have a 2x6 event, which is my photo strip, let's say for instance like I have a graduation, they want a 2x6 strip, I'm going to be making their event custom in this folder. So think of these events right here on the left side as folders for each event. Alright, so let's say my event's going to be the Saturday. You can put a description in here or notes. I normally leave it blank. Same thing here, I leave this blank. Hit OK. And you could see over here on the left side there is an event now labeled 2x6 event. So if I click on it, all of these settings, you see all these check boxes, all these settings that I'm going to customly make for my event will always be there. Now if I'm going to just show you really quickly what these do, if you click on them, they change, and you notice that there's 1, 2, 3 check marks. This is one copy. If I click over here, there's a different photo strip with just one option. You have your green screen selection one. So you could see that each one of these is custom for that event. So that's exactly what we did up here for the 2x6. So the next step is, once you create this, you're going to click on it, make sure you're going to be editing in this field. Next, we're going to be moving over to settings. Photos and prints will have your individual pictures here and your photo strips here. Right now it's blank because we haven't taken any pictures. So I'm going to click on settings, and on settings, if you click on there, you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 different settings in here that you can control. Now the one that we're going to go over in this one is your output. Okay, now this is going to pretty much tell the photo booth how many pictures you want, what kind of photo strip do you want, how many copies, and we're going to also select the different features we would like the photo booth to do at the event. Okay, so step number 1, let's start on top. So let's say for instance my customer wants 3 pictures. So I'm going to put right here, I'm going to add an S3. And that's something that you want to talk to your customer prior to your event. Hey, would you like a photo strip, a 2x6 or 4x6? Are you charging a certain amount for 2x6? Are you charging more for 4x6? Those are some things that you want to establish for your business. So, and when you're choosing 3 pictures versus 4 pictures, you could see on the screen right here, when you do 4 pictures, you have a very small room for text or design. If you do 3 pictures, you're going to have a lot more room for design of the photo strip. So that's one thing that you're going to want to point out to the customer. And just a little tip, the more pictures you have on the photo strip, the longer it takes for the customer to take a picture and complete a photo strip. versus 3 pictures. So let's say, for instance, 4 pictures takes about a minute, three pictures takes about 45 seconds. How long do you want your customer to be in there? Those are some things that you want to think about too. Now, once I decide this is a 2x6 that I want to click on this button here and select 2x6. If I want the photo booth to print at the event, I'm going to make sure to check this. If I don't want it to print, that means I'm only going to just do digital. I'm going to uncheck that. That's telling your darkroom that, hey, when I'm checking this off, you are printing to the printer that is connected to the photo booth. You can also preset how many copies come out. You want only 1 copy coming out? Do you want 2, 3, 4? Typically with 2x6s, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. And the reason being is 1 2x6, this photo strip, if you put 2 of these side by side, it equals 1 4x6. So you're always getting double of the 2x6. So just remember that you can never get 1, you can never get 3, 5, 7, 9. It's always doubles, okay? Now when it's 4x6, it's a little different. Obviously it's one copy per 4x6. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So let's say, for instance, this event, they paid me $300, so that means you're only getting 2 copies. Then your template, this right here, these photo strips, these are called templates. Okay, they're always going to be custom, so always keep on that. Yes, and then we're going to click on choose. Now we tell Darkroom which photo strip in here I would like to use. So let's say, for instance, okay, I like all these different arrangements that are available to you. So that's the cool thing on Darkroom. They already provide you quite a bit of samples to kind of see the different layouts that that's most popular. But remember, you can totally make your own, and you can see a different video on that, on how to make a photo strip from scratch. But for now, I'm just going to use one. I'm going to use this snowman one. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to hit delete, or you can do right click and delete. Yes, I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to add some text. You can put happy birthday, congratulations, whatever you'd like. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do something basic, just to show you how easy it is to add text. If I have an image, I can add artwork and add my own image through here if I'd like to. So just to show you really quickly, let's say, for instance, I want to add this picture. Oops. There it is, and then you can move it around, do whatever you want. But I'm going to delete that, it doesn't look good. You could also move these guys, you can make them bigger, you can space them out, whatever you'd like, so you can kind of get little custom. Then you can also, your background, you can click on the background, click and hold. This will pop up, border properties, and you can change your page color. So you see page color here, and let's say, for instance, I want it blue, hit OK. Okay, there it is. If I want to get a little fancy, I'm going to double click on the photo strips, and I'm going to go to options. I'm going to draw a frame around it. Let's say, for instance, I want it white, and my pixel frame is going to be 4. So you see, you can get really creative with this. You can add more text, add more images, but for now I'm going to hit save as, because I do not want to rewrite over my snowman one, and I'm just going to label this blue. I'm going to hit save, and you could see that my blue one is right there, and then I'm going to go down here, and because I hit save as, my snowman one is still there. So during Christmas time I have that option. Now I'm going to go back up to the photo strip that I want. That's the one that I made. This is a big deal. You have to hit choose, okay? So once you click on choose, that's what's going to display here, okay? Right here, as long as you see this photo strip right here, this is what's going to be printed. So if I click on this, this is what's being printed. So make sure you select your photo strip, click choose, and that's what's going to be printed. Alright, next I want to email, I want to text, and I also want to give my customer a thumb drive at the end of my event. So I'm going to enable this option, save output. So I'm going to save a copy to a folder, and I'm also going to save a copy of each individual picture. So photo 1, 2, 3, I'm going to enlarge them to their natural original file without the photo strip design, and that will go into the folder. Now how to do that, I'm going to click here, minimize this, minimize that. I'm going to right click, or you can click and hold on the screen, click on new, folder, and I'm going to label this events, or just event. I'm going to designate that folder, that one and only folder, to have all of my photos be distributed there. So going back to Darkroom, I'm going to click on Save Output, and I'm going to designate Darkroom to save the pictures on that folder. So there it is, event, click OK. I do want it a JPEG in the best quality. I do want it full size, and hit OK. Same thing for copy originals. We want those individual pictures. We're going to designate the folder to save all of the big pictures in that same folder. We want it JPEG, best quality, full size, and click OK. So now every time we take pictures, the program Darkroom is going to be throwing all of the individual pictures in this folder. So when you're ready to end the event and the customer is ready to give you their thumb drive, or you're ready to connect the thumb drive, all you're going to do is drag this guy into the thumb drive, let it copy over, and you're set. So there's nothing extra you have to do after that for the client. One thing I do suggest is once the customer has all their information, all their pictures, and you uploaded them or wherever you want to do with them, you go back in here and delete the pictures so that you're starting over for the next event. Okay, so going back to photos and prints, the exact same thing that I just said. This is another, think of Darkroom inside this program. These are additional folders that you need to go in here and delete. So you're going to go in here, you're going to remove their prints. So you select them all, delete them. Same thing with your photos, select them all and delete them. And then you're going to start over. So the reason why I do it like this is because every time I do an event, I don't have to go in here and click 2x6. I don't have to hit email. I don't have to hit text messaging. I don't have to redesignate my folder. I don't have to do all these steps over and over and over again. I like to come in here, do my event, erase my pictures, and then for my next week's event, I'll go back here, change my date, and instead of me doing it for this date, I'm going to go for another date. You click OK, and you see all of the picture, everything, all your settings stay exactly the same. So the only thing that you need to do at that point is, let's say for instance you're starting over for event number 2. You open up Darkroom, you go to 2x6 event, you go to custom over here and click on choose. All of your settings are staying the same. All you're doing now is changing your photo strip. So now I'm doing an 80s theme birthday party and I'm ready to go. You see how simple that was versus going through the entire process all over again? So these are the things that I like to do before I start my event, is going over these settings, making sure my photo strip is ready to go. Another thing too is, making sure your printer is connected. That's in another video, but you go here, printer options, and making sure your printer is connected. And that's it. I'm going to go back to my event. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it. If you need some help, go ahead and comment below. We'll see if we can help you out. And if you have purchased an RBA photo booth full system, feel free to call me, schedule an appointment, so that way we can go through your training. You guys are entitled for your 1 year of tech support with me, so I can help you with anything that you're going to need. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next.